close. Recording. I think we're recording.
All right.
Okay, so welcome to our 5th out of 11 Pranic StarBody activation lecture series with Elitom, El-amin, the master Pranic breatharian, and Athena StarSeed.
Absolutely. And I'm loving those rainbow wings. This is what it's all about.
Well,
go ahead.
I was hoping you would talk about, I want to pray first, but I wanted you to talk about the rainbow body and the light that comes off of you when you have a certain frequency, when your vibe is so high. So let's pray everybody in, and then you can get right into the rainbow activation.
Absolutely.
All right. So take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men, let light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men and women. May the Christ consciousness return to earth. In the center, where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men and women, the center which the masters know and serve. And may it seal the doors where doubt dwells. May the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Father Sky, Mother Earth, from the point of light that connects us all, please be here in the sacred circle of light. Allow Elitom, El-amin, and Athena to be a clear channel for everyone involved. Amen and amen. Blessings.
All right. Good to be here. So as we go into this series, we're talking about this rainbow body now, dealing with the pranic light body. And it's been mythical again, and I'm a person that like talking down to earth, bringing things down to earth. Now, we're in an age where we're talking about now, even in the scientific fields and the medical fields, it's all about energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. And now we're in an age, too, where a lot of these frequencies are invisible. And this has been catching everybody in the past. When they hear about these faraway things, they thought it was mythical. But now we're in an age we have computers and devices that can show us more of the invisible forces. So all colors, when we talk about a rainbow body, gives off its own frequency. Everybody kind of knows this now. So when we're dealing with this rainbow body, when you're on this path of the pranic living, the pranic lifestyle, where you're being nourished by them, what happens is you're going inside on your electrical system, and I'm gonna hit straight down to earth. Our pineal gland means a lot now. We're dealing with an age where everybody, who's in these communities, how do I decalcify my pineal gland? Because there is a lifestyle that can calcify it. But when it gets freed up and it's not calcified no more, your pineal gland now could grab more of the invisible frequencies of light that's in the atmosphere, these different colors, and it opens you up even more with your consciousness. And we're not going to be spooky with it, where you could tell things that's about to happen, where you can manifest things a lot quicker, where you can become more freed up and be nourished by these things to be what? Unfree from food, unfree from different addictions, unfree from relationships. In other words, you're coming back into a total human being. So don't be spooky about looking for a body that's going to have red hair, yellow hair, green hair. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the body is now able to receive more of the frequencies that everybody live into, but you are receiving more and you're more opened up to it. So that's why the pranic journey is so lovely, it's so great, and it's always been here, but now we're in an age where the understanding and the teachings are here now, so more and more people can start coming into these benefits. And listen at this, the more you are into this rainbow body, this is the whole key. Sickness, illness, and disease will dissolve. It's all about health again. How do you feel? It feels good to be healthy. Right now I'm here in Florida, and it's not so much where I'm at on the planet as I travel around. I feel good. I cannot feel my body. The leg's not hurting. The back's not hurting. That's an indication that my body is in a position where it's getting these frequencies that we all live in coming through freely. Is this making sense?
Yes, it makes so much sense. And, you know, I was talking about the universe is music, and the universe and music is color, and color is sound, and sound is frequency, and frequency is vibration. And when we have our bodies in tune with the colors of the universe, we become little prisms for God's symphony to play through us like a flute, like our little flute here. We get to have a lot more fun playing our own holy notes. Like when I was a child, I was in a wheelchair and they said I'd never walk again. So for 4 years, I had to learn to meditate and be still. And what that taught me was to go into more of a Qigong state and then regrow my bones in that new vibration and love my cells and love myself. And then after 4 years of that type of internal exploration, I got out of that wheelchair. And I want to say all disease is healable because you're the healer. The internal healer is a vibrational knob we turn up with the colors.
Absolutely. And I like how you said you went inside. See, breatharianism always been here, but it's been hard to see because we're creatures of expression. And when you're a creature of expression, it's easy to get locked in and caught into external things, needing external things. But most people, 99.9% of them will say who healed something that was miraculous, they went inside. It's an inward journey. This is what spirituality was talking about. This is even what the religions is talking about. How do you go inside? Because that energy channel that's inside, yes, you are able to heal yourself without medication. It's there. But again, it's about, that's a bold journey going on inside, because by us being these creatures of expression, easy to get caught in the illusion of matter. That's what it's dealing with, because we got materialism around us, we got the competition, we got the leisures, we got the different vices that's around us, dealing with food and sex and everything else that gets us out of the way. But when you continually strive, keep going inside, you will see yourself blossoming to conquer these things and to overcome them. And this is a wonderful thing as we teach this to people more and make it more down to earth.
So I want to bring up a little bit about the body and where it gets stuck. We talked about our body is a resonator, but if it has corrosion in it and it has blocks in the different chakras and the different tubes, whether it's in the arteries or the veins, it could be a heart attack or a stroke, whether it's in the intestines, it could be indigestion, it could be acid reflux and the esophagus. There's a lot of different things when our bodies get clogged. And when we start to purify our bodies and we start to detox our bodies by not having, like every day, every week, every month, every year, shoving things into our tubes, we don't give our body a break to reboot.
Oh, exactly. And see, in the last age of spirituality, the physical body was put down and they said it didn't mean nothing. But now, since we're in this age where knowledge has increased, we're learning that our physical bodies is the window to the invisible. So now we are in a paradigm where people are learning more about fasting than any time before. You know, people going on 3-day fast, how your immune system can reboot itself. And then we got intermittent fasting. And like you said, all these different blockages, the inflammation, everything you put in your body causes some form of inflammation. You understand? So that's why we got to say hands down that when you don't put nothing in the body, it automatically starts seeking its center. It automatically starts healing itself by its nature. And like I said before, even the medical profession is saying a starvation diet is the #1 diet, and it's not even a diet. So coming into this age, dealing with these energies, when we remove these things that seem physical, when we clean ourselves out, automatically by its nature bringing these forces that used to be invisible. That's why we talk about the rainbow body. They can flow more freely to advance us even more, advances in clarity of thought, advances in how we feel. It's so many different levels. And when you're happy, you are living a happy life. And that's why the old saying says, he who owns less actually has more or has everything. Because that's not saying put materialism down that you can't enjoy things, but you learn to go inside. That's where the power is at. And it starts out again, cleaning these physical vessels, because everybody can relate to the physical. We do have these physical bodies. But when you start being careful, more and more careful about watching what you put in your body, eating less, at least eating things at a higher degree, backing up from the table. This is what the breatharian message is trying to give to the people. And then when you get to a certain level of strength, then this other level of not eating at all or not drinking becomes a reality. Is this making sense?
It does make sense. And also, too, I want to say that I was a person that went to get my aura picture taken once a year. And then I worked on my spiritual evolution, right? And I saw my aura go from really muddy red to like yellow and then green. And I went through a very big healing point. And this is Carillion photography. This is not just like where you stick your hand on something and a sheet pops out. This is a real camera. Okay.
Exactly.
So eventually, when I really started purifying and I ended up going to raw food and I ended up doing fasting, my aura turned white. And the guy at the place offered me a job to start reading people's aura because he was so impressed my aura was white. And I was like, oh my goodness, wow. Now I'll tell you something. I did receive, like you talked about, higher frequencies. You got far infrared and then you have ultraviolet. I did receive higher information when I did psychic readings when I had little to no food. Now, why is that?
Oh, absolutely. This goes back to how we're teaching now, and a lot more people, these bodies we live in, these are the vessels that we need to be in this realm that we're living in, that we call physical matter. And this is a bio machine or a biocomputer. And just like your regular technology to give you so people can relate to, the more viruses you get out of the computer, the better it runs. And when you're dealing in this information highway way that we live in, because information is light. And that's all we see is light, whether it's visible or invisible. So the more you clear up this vessel again, the smoother the information, the smoother the flow of energy, then you can pick up and read the other energies around you. Now, the great challenge is that we got to become in reality. Every day we're ascending or descending in every thought, in every deed, people we be around, situations we're into. So even when we deal with this electromagnetic field that coming out off of our body, even though you can clean it up, it also could get, how should I say it, contaminated at times. It's okay, but the body will get rid of it again. So that's why you don't put yourself down. You always love yourself and you stay on this path and know that you can grow, you can get stronger, and you can keep on this pace of life dealing with the energy flow. This is awesome. This is why it's for everybody. Everybody's in it, if you like it or not. We live in this great ocean of energy and we do affect one another.
And so when I was fasting and I started getting higher reception, more of that ultraviolet and that energy, I was able to, number one, feel happier, be more joyful, get more data, and then be more of a help to my clients with my own profession, with my own work, because I'm an intuitive reader. So the cleaner I am as a channel, the more reception, the more colors I have access to. It's like if you can hear really well and see really well and your vocal cords are working, you can speak very well, you can use all your talents that God gave you. But when we're clogged up, then we don't put our talents forward. It's hard to think about with Maslow's hierarchy, the spiritual esoteric fulfillment of your soul's purpose, to listen to your soul even talk to you in a meditation, if you're full of clogged food that's draining your life force and holding you and weighing you down. Now, I want to recommend that everybody watch The Dark Crystal on Netflix, because they talk about the crystal being cracked. We're a crystal, a liquid crystal, and when we're cracked, we're separating our higher nature and our lower nature, and then we start inner fighting.
Yes.
Like the planet, and then the planet, Mother Gaia goes down, and then the beings around us, whether they're the animal kingdom, the crystal kingdom, the plant kingdom, it becomes a darkness for the whole dimension. So those of you who really look at this, introspectively and also creatively through an entertainment model, please watch The Dark Crystal, both the new one and the old one, because it is what's happening right now, upgrading our crystals and integrating our lower and higher nature.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because when you look at the movies through a spiritual eye, there is a lot of them that do tell a lot of truth about our development. So again, about that crystal, that inward battle that continually takes place, that's like telling the truth of the matter. But when you understand that this takes place, that the serpent is in each and every one of us, but it does not mean good or evil. It just is. It represents power. Energy loves to move. And you have to constantly, like how the person used to play the flute, the serpent be dancing, we have to constantly play that flute, play that music to keep that serpent resurrected, no matter what. So this is good that we got these analogies here, and we're in an age where knowledge has increased. We can take it from myth to reality now and actually to live this. Like I told you again, I'm here in wonderful Florida, and it's beautiful. The weather is beautiful here, but I'm being nourished by the sun just like anywhere else I've been. It's not like Florida has a special sun, you understand, which you could say. But anyway, this is everywhere for us. And I like the people here, they said, just be you. You could do anything you want. If you feel hungry or whatever, la, la, la. But I had to say back to them that I actually feel good being food free. That's why I'm living this lifestyle. To me, I've been on this path such a long time, and people say, do the memory of food bother you? But when you stay on this, it does not bother you no more, that you love this new state. You want to see how far you can go, where you can go. So by staying in this state, this is for people out there who's on this path, but they don't know when it's not going to leave them. Just stay into the feeling state. Stay strong and stay on the path. One day the light itself would give it to you, that you will prefer this more than going back to the other state of consciousness. So keep up the good work.
So I want to talk about the snake, okay? Because I just finished doing some yoga teacher training, and they talk about the energy coiled up in the base of the spine of every human being. And that when you use the energy correctly, it does move up on its own. We don't have to do anything to have it move up. It naturally ascends. And that's what I think about as ascension, is that you want that Kundalini serpent, we're going to call it like a liquid fire, that light energy to come up the Sushumna, which is the spinal column. And eventually when it reaches the crown and it explodes, you have access to all kinds of dormant DNA that might seem supernatural to somebody who's clogged up, but it's indigenous to our species. It's indigenous to being born human.
Absolutely. And see, and Bobby's saying that, see, in the past, again, they made everything so spooky. You know, when we deal with that Kundalini energy. But like you said, it rises on its own. It always seeks to go for it. Like I said before, if you try to force a flower to open, you'll damage it. It'll have problems. But when you allow it to open up on its own, and that's what we can do, we just learn to let go. Learn to slowly let go. And it will rise up on its own. In your body, like you said, those things that was dormant that will open up. Somebody was just asking me here, because the weather's really warm here in Florida, again, I got to bring it up, about drinking something, or do you need water? And I've been putting on social media lately that the body produces the purest water for you. But that happens when this Kundalini opens up, and you will realize this. It's a self-realization. See, we're bringing this knowledge now to the public, and it's really, like I said, we're creatures of self-expression, and everybody's looking for this real big thing. But the big thing is inside of you that need to be opened up. And there's really no words for it. I'm just trying my best to explain it. You understand? But it's a self-realization that each and every person can explore when they get on this path and allow this to happen.
So I want to mention that we're going to be doing a retreat in California in Sherman Oaks, and it is an 11/11 portal. So it's going to be the 11/11 to 11/18 in November this year. And there are two things that we suggest that everybody watching this video purchase, which is Elitom's Nuggets of Breatharian Wisdom, and there's a link at the bottom. And then also the Celebration Story for No Reason, which is about incorporating your shadow. And it's so funny. So I've been coloring my own coloring book here, which has been really amazing with my daughter. And what I found out was watching the Dark Crystal, this same message that I wrote in 2006 is in the new version of the Dark Crystal, which is about fully integrating. The Skeksis are our lower nature. The mystics are our higher nature. And when we take and we incorporate both parts of ourselves, the dark and the light, and we start letting go of what doesn't serve us, then that light rises to become full spectrum light. White light has all the colors.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's where we're headed, making it from myth to reality. And this is a good age we're in now, and as we keep on increasing, all across the board, like you said, your coloring book matched the movie. This inward program is in everybody because the truth is already in us on what we need to know. So as we keep on moving forward, I just want to tell the people again, stay on the path, don't give up, always look forward and allow this energy to grow in each and every one of us.
So I wanted to mention that you're going to be doing early morning meditations at 6 a.m. And so we're going to talk about harnessing the natural power in the universe, like Nikola Tesla was harnessing free energy. So let's talk a tiny little bit about Qigong and Tai Chi and how you tap into that so that you can regenerate your own energy.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you see the key word, Nikola Tesla. And everybody knows that name right now. That's a famous name. And he was creating equipment that could grab the energy that's already in the atmosphere. Okay, let's get that now. And then there was a man named, I believe, Wilhelm Reich, back in the 40s, he brought up the word orgon. He called it orgon energy. And that word is associated with orgasm, or our organs. But it's a strong energy that's in the atmosphere that we live in. Both of these men was hitting on something, and they was creating external objects that will automatically grab this energy. Now let's take it even deeper. Like I said before, our bodies is bio machines. It's a bio piece of equipment. And you can set it up in the right position. And how do you do that? First of all, relax. When you sleep at night, your body is already healing itself, regenerating itself, and you're in an unconscious meditation. It's grabbing the energy out the atmosphere to heal us. Automatically. We're tapped into the universal matrix if you like it or not.
Right.
I don't care. It's automatically doing that. That's love.
It's there. It's there.
That's love right there. If anybody want to know what love is, we're breathing it in and out every day.
Love. You can breathe it in and out every day.
So, wonderful.
Yeah, the purity of love. And when we embrace our shadow and we don't disassociate and we don't fractalize out, like a lot of people, when they get jealous or angry or mad, they want to banish a part of themselves and they send it over there. Go sit in a corner, anger, go sit in a corner, jealousy, fear, rage, worry, anxiety. And to engage that as a little child and say, come here, little fear. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. How are you feeling? What are we learning? You see what I'm saying? Then Absolutely. Fear turns back into the purity of the gift because every wound eventually turns into wisdom when viewed at with the highest perspective. And that's an oscillation that comes from these energetic states that you're receiving from this Qigong, taking this new energy into your body and harnessing it like a tuning fork. You can feel the Qi surrounding your body. And in that bodily communion, you don't need to eat.
Absolutely. And this is why we specialize in the Qi Gongs. Qi means energy, Gong means exercises, and also our different Tai Chi movements and other meditations, whether it's breath work, we're going to be working with the sun energy, all these different energies. See, all meditations, one thing they all have in common, they say relax and get in a comfortable position. Now, you remember I said when you sleep, that's unconscious meditation?
Yes.
Well, meditation is conscious sleep. When you relax the body, it automatically, by its nature, will grab the energy that's in the atmosphere. See, this is so easy once you understand what you're living in and how to utilize it. So again, this is the main focus point of this whole thing. And earlier when you talked about the Kundalini energy coming from our base, automatically coming upwards. But again, when you relax, not only we got the Kundalini energy coming up, we got much cosmic energy raining on top of us. There's energy coming from the earth. There's energy coming from the trees. No matter how you say it, when you relax the body and put it in its proper positions, it will grab this energy and start healing itself on its own. See, one thing for sure, when you engage these energies, there's going to be a change. So when you come to this retreat, you're going to have a change just by engaging these energies with the information. It's going to be awesome. And see, the reason why I'm here in Florida, I keep bringing it up, I'm doing a retreat right now. So if you're in the area,
Orlando.
we're in Orlando, Florida.
Dr. Phillips.
Dr. Phillips, what is that?
Southwest, that's the area of Orlando, Southwest.
Southwest. If you happen to be in the area at this time.
I'm actually from Florida. I was raised in Florida from 5 until 16 in Tarpon Springs on the West Coast by the Gulf of Mexico. And I want to say there is some beautiful Floridian energy. The sun is super bright. The sunsets and the sunrises are like rainbow colored skies, and they definitely healed my little soul. I love Florida.
Now look at how this energy is moving. Somebody, I did an interview a couple of days ago, and they said, Elitom, but it's more than you just going to places working with people. You're actually hitting also different ley lines on the planet. So notice that we're here hitting a ley line here in America. That means that a person, even if they ain't listening to this, even if they ain't here, everybody's being affected by what's going on with the people who's doing this. And then I'm coming across the coast. We're going to be in California, hitting the other edge of America, hitting these ley lines, hitting these frequencies, because every time you change yourself, you change the world. You change the consensus reality. So this is awesome on what's taking place.
It's important that you brought up changing consensus reality, because I want to just go back to John Lennon with the word imagine, is that it is important to imagine yourself food-free. It's important to imagine yourself harnessing cosmic energy while you meditate. It's important to imagine a world that's friendly and creative and beautiful and pure and authentic, like smelling the fragrance of a beautiful rose. I want to say one quote that I think Wayne Dyer used to say all the time was that forgiveness is the lily's fragrance that it emits after it's crushed by the heel that stepped on it.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about again. And as we keep growing in this, I hope everybody will at least get an understanding about this age we're in. This is a great age we're in. This is the golden age we're in. So much information. And like we said, this is all about opening up the portals. Opening portals that's in ourselves. That's all in our consciousness, these things that was dormant so we could see a lot more. Opening up our third eye, not just with some words, but really coming into the experience where you can see and know basically all.
Okay,
a lot of things.
I want to say you're in 5D and beyond, because you magically get taken all over the country. And you just seem to be following the flow. And that's one of the signs of being in 5D. The flow takes you there. It's like in Florida, we used to get on the inner tubes and we'd float down the streams and they would take us in these crystal rivers, okay? And you'd see the mermaids and Wikiwachi. And you're in that stream. You're in that Holy Spirit stream. How do you know when to tune in? Does your soul, is it always talking to you? You just get invited to the next place?
Oh, absolutely. See, a lot of people, everybody's in a flow. You just have to recognize it. And like, say for instance, if something comes up that's a block in a person's life, the average person will get frustrated, not realizing that that's not where you're supposed to go.
Right, you have to navigate.
Allow that to happen is taking you somewhere else, so don't get caught up on what blocked you. You're going to go somewhere else within the flow. So when you let go and allow this to happen and don't cry, this is how it starts going. And you're going to go always into the right area, the right place, the right time, and the people that need you. You understand? So when you live in this flow again, everybody's already in it. It's about you just letting go, trusting yourself, trusting the universe, and trusting the people around you, no matter what.
No matter what. So when people seem like they're suffering or they're frustrated or they're angry, it's usually when they're disagreeing with the present moment.
Absolutely.
They understand that this present moment is perfect, just like this flower is perfect in all of
Right.
its glory and all of its stages, and it's flowering and it's also dissolution. We have to understand that our emotional vibration is bringing us wisdom and messages. So today I went to the DMV to go do some business. And when I got there, I found out that something I thought I had to address wasn't at the DMV. It was going to be in Santa Monica in a different place. But then when I was there, I said, okay, well, I'm here anyway. Maybe I should ask about this other issue. And then they freed me of something, and I got a bonus, and I got something even better than I thought.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Paying attention, learning, because the universe is user-friendly and it's really not here to hurt us. Every situation is still there for your growth, and a person has to open up to that and really learn so you can grow. See, we're here not to get caught up and stuck in physical matter. That's been the problem. This is an illusion. You're here to grow into your full potential. That's what it's all about. And when you start doing this, it's so much fun when you start realizing what this is all about. It's all about our full potential. And like I said, I'm loving every bit of the journey. It's been great.
So we are going to be doing 7 days. Now, for the people that are watching this and they really want to take action and they want to sign up, what's going to be happening? Are they going to be able to eat for the 7 days? Is it dry fasting for 4 days? Is it like, what can they expect?
Well, everybody's going to be on different levels. That's the reality of it. And from my experience doing this, you usually do get people that's on like chronic. It's an emergency. And you're always going to get people on those type of levels, but you got to make them feel assured that, okay, just be honest where you're at. You understand. If you're on medication, we're not telling you to just drop the medication, work with your doctor. You understand. You're going to get those type of people. But see, one thing that's so powerful about the energies that we're going to be working with, they will guide the person to where they at, and it will open them up. You understand that when you do go back to the doctor, you should at least be able to show him the numbers of the work you've done, and he will let you free once the numbers come up. It's all a numbers game. You understand? And then you'll get the gun-ho people who know a lot more about meditation, who want more of the challenge, and it's up to them if they want to go, you know, to 4 days without food and stuff like this. But we will have stuff there depending on where a person's needs are at. And these needs will come out of each person as we get to talking, get to dealing with people, but because everybody's going to benefit from it. Now, you got to keep in mind, too, no matter what level you're at, we're sort of like rubber bands. And it's sort of like when you stretch a rubber band out, it took all of that strength to stretch it. But when you let go, the rubber band, doing, it comes back actually pretty fast. So, again, no matter where you at, if you need to eat something, drink something, we'll see what the needs are. And when you go from there, the main focus is the education, the understanding, and also working with the energies together.
Okay, good, because I do have some people, we already have people that are signed up, and some of the people have actually done another person's breatharian process where they did 4 days of dry fasting, and they have gone through that process twice. And their comments were they couldn't go home and maintain anything. So they went home, gained all their weight back, and still are like, you know, monkeys jumping around their mind. And so the person told them, well, if you have an eating disorder, you've got to solve your eating disorder before you even come to approach breatharianism. What's your opinion of that? What would you do with somebody that has already tried it twice with another person and it didn't?
Oh my gosh. Well, this is why my retreats, and I'm not trying to toot my horn or act like mine's is the best. You understand? I have been cleaning up a lot of food disorders.
Okay.
You understand? We've been eating all of our life, and you cannot starve yourself to breatharianism.
Right.
That's not what it's about. So the people, they really don't have food disorders. It's just that we've been professional eaters and we ate all of our life. There's no place you're going to come into that's going to make you into this breatharian, and you're going to come out of there and you got all of these drugs around you because food is a drug.
Right.
Okay? That's why you got to get educated what this is and what this not. Now, when you come to this retreat, you're going to be given the tools. The meditation is the foundation.
Okay.
I tell this all the time. meditation is so powerful as you're opening up these channels in the body. You're going to be taught how to take these tools back home and get you a meditative practice where you are working with these powerful energies to work with you every day. Now, your endocrine system, you understand. There's meditations you're going to learn, like the microcosmic orbit, for instance, where it works directly with your endocrine system, that works with wake and sleep cycles and also hunger cycles.
Oh, hunger cycles, good.
Right.
Yeah.
So just by you learning how to get in these meditations, I'll show you what meditation is. You deal with me, because I go all over the place. It's a loose message, but I do master in that, and this is the foundation of what it's all about. So the more tools you have to bring on this skill, you can make it happen if you just stay dedicated and consistent.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so basically the requirement for the soul is willingness.
Yes.
And not an all or nothing, give up food and starve yourself and not drink water. This is a process based on receiving the meditation and the chi energy until the system changes over to a new fuel source. Like, I'm not going to just get rid of my Prius until I have the Tesla so that I have a different energy source, because I have to get back and forth, 45 miles a day.
See, the cosmic energy, and that's what I'm going to call it, all energy that's here, it's already doing its part. The next thing it takes is self-knowledge. That's what it boils down to, self-knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the less you'll need. That's what it's going to boil down to. And see, even though there's a teacher in all of us, the external teacher is very powerful in the information that could be transmitted. So just put yourself in a receiving state and just feel the information, learn the information that's going to come from the teacher. It's going to help you, and it's going to build that inward teacher in you to know more and how to make this thing happen. Everybody has their journey, has the things they got to deal with, but it can happen because we're all here together and we're all in the matrix.
Okay, well, this is beautiful, because with that, I received that, and I'm hearing what you're saying, which is it's about education. So we're going to upload new software. We're also going to get a contact high and a transmission, which I understand because I was living in a yogic temple for 2.5 years. And I know that there's a transmissional energy. And we're going to get instruction on how to really meditate. And there's so many ways to meditate. And you're going to go over more than one technique, several techniques every day. So we're going to have meditations every day for several hours, and we're going to have lectures every day, education. Then we're going to have practical application where they're using the meditation and the Tai Chi and the Qigong and the microcosmic orbit so that they won't need to eat to get fuel. They're going to channel the cosmic energy to get fuel. Then if they have to eat because of a memory, that will be a choice at that point. It won't be like they're drug around by, a leash. They're dragging themselves around.
Absolutely. And people got to understand that energy will grow when you stay consistent. It's sort of like I'm sitting here right now. I don't have to try no more because I've been doing this so long. The body got used to where it's a walking meditation. It's a sitting meditation. It already knows how to grab the energy out of the atmosphere. That's why, again, this is a lovely feeling. And when you get educated on allowing this to happen, you will be there also, because it's for everybody.
And something that I realized too, with just training my clients and seeing them go in and out of intermittent fasting and being on different types of diets, some people don't even have the mind-body education to know what a hunger feeling is and what an emptiness feeling is. And sometimes when they're emotionally empty, they can be solved by a breath, a hug, or a conversation before they realize it might not be a hunger pain at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why we're going back to the self-knowledge, to self-awareness. And see, that's why in spirituality, they got a thing called self-realization. You're going to come into your own self-realization. It ain't about going off of what I'm telling you like that, not at all. But if you just stay on the path of how we're trying to guide you, you're going to have your own self-realization where you will know what these feelings are, how you feel, and how to handle it. This is awesome.
That's incredible, because, when I came to Earth, I was like, how come there's no manual? Why didn't they write a manual on how to use your body in space and time to remember who you are? And you're saying self-realization is you end up writing your own manual.
Absolutely. That's what it boils down to. You will write your own manual. So that's why when you look at the book of the Bible, for instance, they got the book of Job and the book of King David or the book of Solomon. Now you're going to have your own book of Tom, your own book of Nancy, your own book of Israel, whatever your name is. This is your book that you're writing for your own scriptures.
And that's the best book to write, honestly, if you're going to write any book at all, is to write your own internal instructions so that you can navigate your life properly, because you have a physical body. You want to wash it and clean it and take care of it. You have an emotional body. You want to make sure that you're digesting your lower shadow nature and you're incorporating and loving yourself, even your littleness and your loudness. And then you also want to have your mental body, and you want to know how to operate when you have all these thoughts coming in. Can you slow your breath down? Can you imagine a white lotus in your third eye? Can you calm down your blood pressure? Can you slow your heartbeats? All these things activate the endocrine system, like you said, and also release serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, or on the opposite, they can release cortisol. If you're thinking worry thoughts, you're the one who's squirting these chemistry calculations in your body to make you uptight instead of expanded and relaxed.
Absolutely. And this is what it's all about again. And see, you said it's the key word, relax. You're also going to learn to start living a life with little or no stress.
Oh.
See, stress is the thing that blocks the light. And when you're living a life of Wu Wei, the art of doing nothing, that's the life I live, it's basically you're seeking to avoid stress, but go into a direction always where your spirit or your energy could go be more harmonious. So you got all the energy in the world. You just have to learn how to harmonize it. Internal first, and then it'll start doing external. We don't have to be afraid. The more you break up blockages, fear will actually decrease itself because we're fearless by our nature.
I have a personal question for you.
Yes.
How are your dreams? Do you remember your dreams?
Well, first of all, I don't sleep much.
So you're dreaming your life awake. You're awake dreaming.
Right. So I'm glad you brought that up. I'm living in the dream.
You're living in your dream.
This becomes the new dream.
So great. You're living.
Remember we talked about dream yoga?
Yes, dream yoga.
This is it. You're living in a dream.
So when you're just in your waking life, you rarely, I mean, you don't have a plan. You just hold a vibration and then things start being attracted towards you and you just say yes when you feel that that's the next thing to do?
Well, this is what's just happened. Just to be down to earth with it. We're driving down the street. I'm here in Florida. Hey, let's go to Walmart to get some of those big tire things to put around us so we could go to the spring and
float
that's
down
the river. And we're about to go float down a river. That's the dream. You're living in it.
Okay, so that's what I was when I was a kid, I got in those big inner tubes and then the river would pull you down and they were the clear springs, the clear water, the clear springs, and they would pull you. And what I remember was if you tried to control the ride, you'd bump up into the rocks and you could pop your tube. However, if you just let the river take you, they drop you off and 2-3 hours later, you'd be at the other end safely and enjoying the beautiful nature.
And that's what it's all about. You're living in a dream. It was spur in a moment, but that's what we're making happen. But see, from thought to reality, the more you open up these energy channels in the body, that's what happens again. But see, this is the key. We got the energy and the health to enjoy it. See, it's one thing to go to the springs, but when you open up these channels where things are flowing inside of you, your health will improve. That's the whole goal, the whole key of being on this journey. When you deal with the breatharian journey, it's not about eating or not eating.
Right.
It's about seeking of keeping your energy channels flowing. And if they get dirt in them, get the dirt back out and get them open again. It's our responsibility. That's what it's all about.
I am so excited. Okay, so the retreat is 11/11. November, it's a very magical time. It's a Stargate portal, and we are our own Stargate to our own inner and outer universe. So if you're interested, hit the link below. I'm Athena StarSeed. This is Elitom El-amin. He's got a great book. Please pick it up, whether you come or not. Please read the Breatharian Nuggets of Wisdom and also the Celebration Story for No Reason. and incorporate your shadow work, love yourself, color your life awake, dream your life into reality. And I love you so much. I feel high every time I talk to you. I feel so
High, high, high. That's what it's all about. We're high.
Yes, we are. So any closing remarks for our people that are watching right now? This is 5 out of 11. We have a few more left.
Absolutely. And like I said again, you'll be high on this journey. That's my closing remarks. You're just high. Love life and keep on moving forward.
You are so beautiful. I just adore you. Thank you so much. Blessings and light. And everybody else, stay tuned and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.